On this short stack, we'll be talking about Flash 22, The Button, Part 4. I'm going to tell you if it's any good in 5 minutes or less. The Button Part 4 picks up right where Part 3 left off, with Flash and Bruce back in the time stream, right behind Edward Thawne as he goes to find God. And it's a mad dash to the finish line as Professor Zoom keeps telling Barry that after he's done with God, he's going to rewrite Barry's history again. This time he might raise him after he kills his mother. While all this is happening, we're getting narration from a voice off panel. We don't know who it is yet, but he's on the cover. Zoom makes it first to see God, and he's there. He's saying, hey, you can show yourself. I know you've been manipulating everything behind the scenes, but I'm ready for you. Here I am. And as soon as he says that, he regrets it because he sees God, who is off panel, and God kills him once again. When Zoom is killed, everything goes into chaos, and Flash and Batman go back into the time stream. They start to spin out, and they're worried, but the disembodied voice comes back in saying, hey Barry, this is me. Just say my name, and everything will be all right. Flash says Jay, and Jay Garrick appears. He's free, but he's only free for a certain amount of time. Jay is free just long enough to get Batman and Flash back home, and there's a short conversation between him and Barry where Barry doesn't know who he is, can't remember him, but he wants to know his name. But once again, he doesn't have enough power to stay there, and he fades back into where he came from. Batman and Flash decide that they're in the right dimension, in the right reality, because Edward Thawne's body is laying at their feet. They're at the crime scene that happened in Batman 21. And that leads us to them in a graveyard, and they're talking about their past experiences and how they don't feel like this whole 4-issue arc that they've just been through has been for naught, that something is going on. It's not just a coincidence. That's really where the issue ends for them. Going into a little bit more spoiler territory now, we see the button as it's laying in space, and it's picked up by Dr. Manhattan's hand. So we do know for a fact that this is Dr. Manhattan in this universe manipulating events. And we also get a very bittersweet moment of Bruce reflecting on Thomas Wayne's words about how he doesn't want him to be Batman anymore. And as he looks out at the Gotham night sky and he sees the bat signal, he doesn't respond. And that was Flash 22 in a nutshell. I know it sounds like not a lot happened, but this is wrapping up the Flashpoint stuff. This is leading more into the Watchmen stuff that's been going on in several different DC books. This is getting us an on-panel appearance of Dr. Manhattan, or at least his hand, and a direct quote from the man from Watchmen. I think the Button crossover is a nice stepping stone to get to this overall Watchmen event, and we know that Jeff Johns announced the Doomsday Clock with Superman for later this year. That's going to be cool, and I think we'll get some more answers because it seems Superman is tied heavily into this whole Watchmen mystery. Joshua Williamson does a good job of tying up everything and expanding on some of the Flashpoint Watchmen stuff that's already been introduced into the DC Universe, but also giving us more questions going forward. And I like how he handles the Bruce and Barry dynamic, whereas they're very much the same, but they have entirely different outlooks. And Howard Porter brings his A game. The entire first chunk of the issue is this huge mad dash to the finish line, and once again, his line work and his characters are frenetic, they're kinetic, two different etic words. You're welcome, YouTube.
Don't those mean the exact same thing?
Shh. Once again, the art really helps to solidify that this is happening quickly and there's an urgency to everything. And also, he knows when to slow it down with the Bruce moment near the end where he's reflecting on his father's words, or when him and Barry are in the graveyard and they're talking about their different experiences. This issue just overall is really cool, and it helps wrap up what's been a great month of storytelling between Batman and the Flash. And that's going to do it for here on the Short Stack. As always, for more Short Stacks, for more Comic Plunder, please remember to like and subscribe here on our YouTube page. I'm Lucas, and I'll see you guys on the next round.